Mm. Welcome. Namaste. I get so excited when I come to the practice of restore, breathe, and meditate. Just taking that opportunity to exhale is so important, especially during today's, I'm going to call it a kerfuffle, the transformational changes, the absolute paradigm shift. That what's really important is that we stay in our sovereignty ourselves, and we love and we're kind to ourselves so that we can be loving and kind when there are absolutely crazy things going on in this world and necessary. Okay, so let's get started. I would love to invite all of you to have a blanket for your head, a bolster for your spine, 2 blocks for the front of your mat. So what it's going to look like is, here's your mat. You can see the bird's eye view. Your bolster is going to be about 1.5 hand distance away from the 2 blocks. So it's really important that you have your blocks on your yoga mat so they don't slip and slide, and that you will adjust your bolster according to your needs. This edge of the bolster will meet you right underneath this shoulder blade area, right at the back of your heart, right there, so that your shoulder blades are free to move. The blanket is there to make sure that you keep your chin tucked in, the neck neutral. And I love it. Did I say I love this part? 20 minutes of restore, breath, and meditate. What are we meditating about? Sovereignty, being in your sovereign self. Especially after seeing some of the news. I don't watch the news, but my girlfriend had to send me some of the news. I'm like, oh, really? Pictures, that is. Not my circus, not my monkeys, but yet I'm in my sovereignty and I do have a voice. Karma, you must also participate if you're being asked to have a voice, to share a voice, then please do. Okay, but be kind. That's yoga. So from this place, we are gonna English right into this. So heels can go onto the blocks or your feet for resting purposes, just to get onto your bolster in the middle of it. Second blanket, this is my favorite blanket, for on top of you in case you get cold. If you want music in the background, have music. Literally play your music. I do not play music in the subscription for the purpose of you playing your own stuff. So once you lay back, you want to be able to slip your shoulder blades all the way down, so the bolster really is getting you in the back of the heart. Then from there, you can slide your blanket underneath your occiput bone and then lengthen your legs all the way out so they're nice and straight, and wiggle and jiggle your butt flesh around until you're comfortable. So the point of this bolster, some are bigger than others. If you don't have a bolster, a rolled up king size pillow, perfect. The point of this is to open your chest, to lift your heart, to back bend. So really paying attention to how you are able to situate yourself in your sovereignty, meeting your needs, meaning do this out of kindness for yourself. Maybe take the bolster out and roll up a blanket and have it less of a bump, meaning a back bend. So once you're situated into it, let your arms splay out, palms facing up, legs are chillaxed. Some of you may want to go into a deeper back bend. You can remove those blocks and let your legs fall onto your mat in a wider back bend, so the hip flexors are in extension. It's all choice. Getting into restorative postures really requires that you are building your education, your knowledge, your wisdom, and how you need to meet your needs. So this is all about you meeting your needs. So once you're in this, let us focus on the mind's eye, the place between your eyebrows known as the 6th chakra, third eye, and reignite our passions and our hopes and our wishes by seeing ourselves in the light, releasing all of the puppeteer strings, releasing all the shoulds, releasing all the shame, releasing, letting go, and just let yourself recharge and open your heart up, and just remind yourself that this all shall to pass. But while it is in its action, meaning things out of your control like the news, that you are still observing with loving kindness, wishing the best for every human being, loving kindness. When someone's angry, hold the space,
so that there is this loving kindness, so that you're not adding fuel to the fire. If you need to be by yourself and walk away from situations because you're being triggered and you're reacting, then take this time to be in your restorative posture. Again, sovereignty, meet your needs. So once you're in it, wiggle around and close your eyes, meaning your eyelids now are down. That means all you can see is internal. When your eyelids are open, you can see the external world that we all live in. But when you close your eyes, it becomes a personal world inside, your divine, your essence. So closing your eyes is coming home. When you come home to yourself, splay the arms in ways that feels comfortable. If they feel comfortable overhead and you feel like you have the urgency to do that for a little bit, but eventually bring them down by your side. Soften, adjust, anytime you need to adjust. I'm going to invite you to count your breath today. So we'll begin at 1 and go to 10, just for the sake of going 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, and keeping it simple. So once you're parked in your beautiful, awesome restorative position, take a really big deep breath in. Fill your lungs completely. That's 1. And when you exhale, that's 2. All the way out, all the way out. And when you in breath, that's 3. And out breath as 4. It just keeps us from wandering with our mind. In breath as 5. Out breath has 6. See if you could take it fuller. In breath as 7. And out breath as 8. You want to feel the pause between the in breath and out breath. In breath as 9 when you're ready. And out breath as 10. So start all over again, 1 to 10 at your own pace. Let that be your muse and your focus for egotistical, narcissistic thinking. Sometimes the narcissistic thoughts and egotistical thinking takes over. So the way to train that mind of yours is to give the mind something to do, counting your breath. Give it a positive action, counting the breath. So continue to count your breath 1 through 10. And settling into your shoulders, the back of your skull. Make sure your chin is tucked in, back of the neck is long. And that you're really feeling the full container of your being from fingers to toes. Sometimes I like to touch my thumb along each finger pad to remind myself to breathe fully into my container. But eventually the mind's eye focus will quell to the breath, and all of the thoughts will dissipate, except for the thought of focusing on your breath, giving your mind something to do, thinking breath. Meditation is quelling, about being here now. So bring your attention to the here and now, the breath. Notice how your body's adapting to the static position, to the movement of your breath. You are safe. You are loved. You are at peace. Allow your expansive breath to not only expand your body, but to contract as you exhale as deeply as you can exhale. A little exaggeration in the fullness of your breath and a little exaggeration in your exhalation really will guide you to your limitations, to growing you, and to being in the now. Keep your mind's eye focus. If you can now utilize a picture, a word, a phrase that will help you to uplift your being, your soul, something that you know is your divine essence, your sovereignty, like I am powerful, I am creative, I am loved, I am the creator of my own journey, whatever it is that you wish to perhaps use as a mantra. Please explore your breath, making it audible. Note that if you do get uncomfortable, agitated, triggered, headaches, these are just, again, parts of the layers of ourselves when we come to the mat to be in our sovereignty. There's a lot of composting, a lot of letting go, a lot of onion layers to peel off. So be kind to yourself when you're being triggered, uncomfortable, and or headaches. Slow things down, be kind, and augment as you wish. But please keep on practicing. Follow your breath. Count it 1 to 10. The in-breath and the out-breath. Stay with your count. Stay with your breath. Soften in your facial features. In other words, let them just like blah. You can even wiggle your face around and follow that breath. Yeah, let yourself yawn. Smile. Be here now. As we open our hearts and as we take the time just to notice how we're feeling when we breathe, is the here now. The awareness around what you notice is the most important part of the practice. Each moment and each day we can recognize where we need to choose to be to meet our needs. On your next in and out breath, when you're ready, I'm going to invite everyone just to start to shuffle your feet and knees around if you haven't already. And just take a moment here just to let your feet land onto the mat, off the blocks. Take a couple of breaths here. Stay with your mind's eye, stay with your breath. And then I'm going to invite you to draw your knees towards your chest. If that's not too much on your lower back, make sure you don't wobble off your bolster. Just wobble on it, but not off of it just yet. Then shake up your legs towards the sky. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake. And then very mindfully roll to a side. that resonates with you, using your arm as a pillow and drawing the knees in towards your center, your heart center, and give yourself a hug, or your dog that came and snuggled you. Hi, Tyson. So take a moment just to breathe deeper into your spine. And literally, it's 20 minutes or so a day that you could just quell, be quiet, notice your breath. And then when you're ready to root and rise, you can stay in this longer. Just because I'm getting up and ending this video doesn't mean you need to get up. You could stay with it. It'll shut down. Find your root of your bum bum and get comfortable. Just slowly reset the button. Thanks, Tyson, for that hug. And then again, just breathing into the belly, into the diaphragm, slowly, kindly. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And even if you feel like you need to squeeze that head of yours and say something to yourself, love, love, love is the only answer and intention that will set me free. Free to be the me that I think I need to be, not the free that you think I should be, or the free that my family members or spouse think I should be, but the me that I want to be. And that me that I want to be is this girl right here, in my choices. From my light to your light, may you wake up to who you are so that your light can shine brightly. And then by shining brightly, you've shone that light on all those around you to inspire them by just being in your sovereignty. We have no control over any other human being. We cannot fix them. They don't need to be fixed. We cannot change them. They do not need to be changed by our needs. Meet your needs, love yourself, and know yourself. From my light to your light. Namaste. Keep on practicing. I'll see you in the next episodes of Love and Light. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'm here for you. That's my journey. And same with Tyson. He's here for you too.